Yeah, that's right, Bill. Yeah, we're gonna build this next major contest giveaway around your city, Kissimmee, Florida. Yep. It's going to be a fun contest. Hey, I got to jump into this premiere. Dr. Singer just signaled to me that we're going to go live in just a few seconds here. So I've got to get ready for that, okay? All right, buddy, you take care. And stay tuned for that premiere, the major giveaway. It's going to be all about your city, Kissimmee, Florida, buddy. All right, thanks. How much time do we have, Dr. Singer, before we're live? Whoa. We're live now? Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, thanks for that heads up, sir. All right. All right. Oh my gosh. I just got off the phone with Bill. I was talking to him about this major contest giveaway that I'm going to be announcing today. And it's going to be based on where he lives, which is Kissimmee, Florida. Or as some of the local people have been trying to convert others into saying, Kissimmee, Florida. But there's a story behind that little scheme of trying to change the name away from Kissimmee, Florida. Kissimmee, Florida. There's a story behind the Kiss. And that's what this contest is going to be based on. I want you to come up with a creative story, just as many of you did when I did that last major contest giveaway at 7,000 subscribers. I want you to come up with a creative story about the founding of Kissimmee, Florida, and the significance of the name. And it doesn't have to be based on fact. As a matter of fact, I want to challenge you to come up with a fictional blending of it, maybe with a little tweak of fact, talking about the founding of Kissimmee, Florida. Okay? So hold on a second. I just dropped my glasses. So I'm going to give you first of all, I should share with you that this is going to be a major contest for us hitting the milestone of 8,000 subscribers. But we didn't just hit 8,000 subscribers. We actually are at 8,400 subscribers already because we're gaining new subscribers so quickly. And if you're a regular watcher of this channel and you want to get your hat in the ring on this next major giveaway, which once you see the machine I'm giving away, I think you'll want to throw your hat in the ring. Then you have to be a subscriber to qualify for that contest. So you simply on the YouTube channel select subscribe, click it, and then you're eligible for this contest. It's going to be similar to the contest that we did at 7,000 subscribers for the giveaway of the 201-2. That is a fly about as big as a bird. Which means your contest writing piece, and I want to emphasize it's a writing piece. Doesn't have to be an essay, but it needs to be creative. Again, it doesn't have to be based on fact. It can be a blending of fact and fiction, so have fun with it. But it has to be a minimum of 100 words, okay? 100 words. And I really want you to have a lot of fun with this because the story behind the founding of Kissimmee, Florida is really kind of cool. And I'm going to share that with you right now. And I probably should have done this premiere a couple weeks ago when we actually hit 8,000 subscribers, but we're still gaining on average about 250 to 300 subscribers a month. So our growth happens really, really quick. Okay, so let's talk about this really cool city that Bill O'Rourke, who serves as a moderator on the Facebook business page for Cow Country Vintage Sewing Machines and Restoration. Let me talk to you a little bit about the founding of Kissimmee, Florida. So formerly known as Allendale, Kissimmee was incorporated in 1883 by a vote of 33 to 3. I think it was a pretty small vote. So 33 to 3, 33 people supported incorporating Kissimmee. 3 said, nope, ain't gonna happen. They wanted to stick, I think, with Allendale versus Kissimmee. But ultimately, the 33 prevailed. So 4 years before the creation of Onsala County, at any rate, Kissimmee was first settled by former Confederate, was first settled by former Confederate Major J.H. Allen, who was a riverboat captain. His steamboat, and here's the clever part about this, his steamboat, the Mary Bell, was the first cargo steamboat on the Kissimmee River. Known early on as the home of the country's first bars to accommodate ranchers on horseback, Kissimmee was literally the end of the line. That was during the cowboy era, which extended down to Kissimmee and acted as a catalyst for the cattle industry. So some of the facts in this, these are the actual facts. Some of the facts in this brief little account, and if you dig deeper, you'll probably find more facts about the founding of Kissimmee. But I'm incredibly intrigued, not by the message that just came in, but I'm incredibly intrigued by the fact that it was first settled by a Confederate Major J.H. Allen, who was a riverboat captain. I mean, there's so much you can do with that. And his steamboat, the Mary Bell, was the first cargo steamboat on the Kissimmee River. I don't know, as I read those facts, I just thought, what's the significance of naming your steamboat the Mary Bell? Was it a former girlfriend? Was it a former significant other? And that how somehow draws into the naming of the city from Allendale to Kissimmee. Kiss, Mary Bell. I don't know. That's going to be up to you to come up with something fun and clever that's a blending of fact and fiction on this giveaway contest. Again, I want you to write something creative. If you're coming into this contest again and you were part of the contest for the last giveaway, when we hit 7,000 subscribers, then I want you to inject that same creativity that you did the last time. Since we're celebrating now another milestone, it just seems like we just did the other major contest, and now we're celebrating another milestone of 8,000 subscribers. And again, we're at 8,400. So who knows, by the time we end this contest, maybe we'll be getting ready to ramp up for our next major contest again when we hit 9,000 subscribers. But this one is all about 8,000 subscribers. So again, I want you to write a creative piece. I want you to write a creative piece, if I can speak, on the founding of Kissimmee, Florida. Again, it was a vote of 33-3 on some sort of probably a common council or something like that, that ended up resulting in the town that Bill O'Rourke now lives in going from Allendale to Kissimmee, Florida. So originally it was Allendale, Florida, and back in 1883, it then took on the name by a vote of 33-3. It then took on the new name of Kissimmee. And again, to restate again the facts, which you can twist any way you want to twist them, Kissimmee was first settled by former Confederate Major J.H. Allen, who was a riverboat captain, and his steamboat, the Mary Bell, oh God, that's so much fun, was the first cargo steamboat on the Kissimmee River. If you want to dig up more facts or fiction about the founding of Kissimmee, Florida, where Bill O'Rourke, if I can talk, lives, and again, Bill is one of our moderators on the Facebook business page, along with Hans Christian from Norway, then I want you to write a fun, creative piece, minimum 100 words. It could be more than 100 words, but a minimum of 100 words about the founding of Kissimmee, Florida, and tie in some of the fun facts that I just named about the riverboat captain, etc., 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 and make that a part of your creative fact/fiction on this really cool city that one of our great moderators lives in. So what can you win? That's really what you want to know, right? Again, if you were paying attention, if I poke my eye out, if you were paying attention, when was the transition from Allendale? Oh goodness, I just timed out. This is a new phone and I'm really not liking it. So, when was the transition from Allendale, Florida to Kissimmee, Florida? When Kissimmee was incorporated. Do you remember me mentioning it? Because you need to incorporate that into your story as well. It has to be in there. It's the significant milestone of this area that Bill O'Rourke lives in, going from Allendale, Florida to Kissimmee, Florida. So you need to remember this date. Write it down. 1883. 1883. So when I was looking at what machine am I going to give away, it had to be a machine from that era. It had to be. So if you're a regular follower of me on Facebook and on YouTube, you might already have a hunch as far as what machine I'm giving away, and you might be salivating. You might be drooling down both sides of your mouth saying, oh my gosh, are you serious, Scott? We have a chance to win that machine? Yeah, you do. Absolutely. I'm going to ask Dr. Singer if he would step to the side, and I'm going to show you what you can win in this contest. Actually, Dr. Singer, sir, if you want to stay where you're at, I'm just going to move this partition carefully and show the folks what they can win. No kidding, folks. You have a chance to win. I'm going to zoom in on Dr. Singer. And this beautiful machine that was born only 2 years after Kissimmee, Florida was incorporated and transitioned from Allendale. That's why I picked this machine, folks. That's why I picked this specific machine, because it was so close to the year of incorporation for Kissimmee, Florida. Kissimmee, Florida, again, was incorporated when? Yes, 1883. This machine was born 2 years later in 1885. And it is none other than a Singer 12K with an incredibly coveted fiddle bass in the original bass that it was in back in the 1800s. Dr. Singer, sir, I'm going to ask you just to step to the side so I can show our friends. You want to kind of stand behind your baby so I can show our friends what they can win. And again, if you're a faithful follower, you've seen this machine before, because I did an unboxing on this machine to add this to my personal collection a number of months ago when it arrived from Great Britain. That's where I purchased this machine from, was Great Britain. So it came all the way across that huge ocean to Oconto, Wisconsin to join my personal collection. So ultimately, as I thought about this contest for hitting the milestone of 8,000 subscribers, I said, you know what? I could pick one of a huge variety of machines from my personal collection of 200 plus machines. But as I thought about it more and more and more, and the story of the founding of this incredible city that Bill O'Rourke lives in, that was again founded in what year? Yes, 1883. I said, how can I pick any other machine than my incredibly cherished Singer 12K that I brought all the way over from the United Kingdom to join my personal collection, and now I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give this incredible 12K from 1885, 2 years after Kissimmee, Florida was incorporated and transitioned from Allendale by a vote of what? 33-3. So I'm going to add 2 more conditions to this contest. Okay? So pay attention or you're not going to qualify. You've got to write at least 100 words. You've got to write something that's creative and clever. And it does not have to be based solely on fact. It can be a mixture of fact and fiction. But you need to incorporate into your story the year that Kissimmee, Florida was incorporated, which is 1883, and what the vote was that brought that transition, which again was a vote of 33-3 that ended up resulting in that being a transition from Allendale to Kissimmee in 1883. And last but not least, you need to say somehow in your story, as you're telling this creative fictional piece, how excited you are about the prospect of winning this 1885 12K, this 1885 Singer 12K in this fiddle bass that was born only 2 years after Allendale was no more and Kissimmee, Florida became incorporated in 1883. So let me, in my rambling as I do so well, let me restate again what you need to do if you're going to write a creative piece and qualify for this contest. You need to first of all write at least 100 words. You need to write something that's creative and clever and can be a mixture of fact and fiction. But you need to incorporate these facts into your story. When Kissimmee was incorporated, which again was 1883, that it was incorporated by a vote of 33-3, and that it transitioned from Allendale to what is now Kissimmee, Florida, where Bill O'Rourke lives. And last but not least, incorporate into your creative piece how excited you are in submitting this piece about the prospect of winning this Singer 12K in this incredible fiddle bass in an original bass that was born only 2 years after Kissimmee was incorporated, which means that this machine was born in 1885. How fun of a contest is this? Most of you said, Scott, there's no way you're ever going to top the contest when we hit the milestone of 7,000 subscribers and you gave away that 201-2. I think I did. I think we've topped that contest now with this incredible giveaway of this 1885 Singer 12K in this incredible fiddle bass and original bass. So that's what you need to do. That's what you need to accomplish so you have a chance of becoming the new owner of this machine that, quite honestly, when I acquired it, I never, ever, ever, ever thought that I would give it away, sell it at any price. But it just fit the story of this so well. So let me recap it one more time because this is really, really important. This is really important to me. I think it's also very important to Bill O'Rourke, who lives in this incredible city. You need to write a minimum of 100 words. It needs to be creative and clever, and it can be a mixture of fact and fiction. But I want you to incorporate these facts. I want you to incorporate the year that Allendale was no more, and Kissimmee was incorporated, which is 1883. And what the vote was for that incorporation to happen, which was 33-3. 33 in favor, 3 opposed. And you know what? I'm going to claim a quick alibi and ask you to incorporate a few more facts. And I think you would anyway because they're just so much fun. I want you to incorporate into your story that is a combination of fact and fiction the fact that Kissimmee was first settled by former Confederate Major J.H. Allen, who was a riverboat captain, and his steamboat, the Mary Bell, was the first cargo steamboat on the Kissimmee River. Okay? Do you got all that? If you don't, after the premiere, rewind and review, because those last details of what you need to incorporate into your creative writing piece, again, it doesn't have to be an essay. It doesn't have to be a poem. It should be a creative writing piece, are the things that you want to incorporate. And you can win this incredible 1885 Singer 12K that was born only 2 years after Kissimmee was incorporated. How cool is that? That is crazy cool, isn't it? All right, so let me come off the tripod, get closer to this machine, even though I know many of you that are faithful followers have seen this machine before when I did the unboxing, and I purchased it for my personal collection, and it came all the way over from England. So let's get a little bit closer to this really cool machine, which, yes, it obviously is in working condition. These are the stitch offs that were actually done over in England before this incredible piece arrived at my workshop for my personal collection. Not to be sold, not to be given away. So what am I doing? Yep, I'm giving it away in this contest in honor of my good friend, Bill O'Rourke, who is an incredible moderator along with Hans Christian for my Facebook business page. And I see my dog has gotten a couple of hairs on here. So this is a phenomenal machine. If you really want to know what you're doing, do a little bit of research on the 12K. One of the most fabulous hand cranks that Singer ever made. And you find a lot of them out there, but you don't find one in this condition. And you don't find one that is working and ready to go to work as this one is. So if you would love to be able to add this 1885 12K with this incredible fiddle bass and original bass that it's mounted in, then again, and I'll go back to the tripod for this. Again, you need to meet the requirements of this contest, right, Dr. Singer? And this contest will be judged in a similar manner as the last one was, where Bill O'Rourke, who I'm going to lean on heavily to lead Hans and I on this contest. And I'm going to move this tripod forward a little bit. I'm going to ask Bill to lead Hans and I significantly on judging this contest, because this is his neck of the woods. So again, if you want to win this, let me review it one more time. And I know that you guys are real smart. I'm not doing this to insult your intelligence. I'm doing this to set you up for success. Because I know as you look at this machine, you're probably drooling like Dr. Singer back there and saying, oh my gosh, that would be the most incredible thing ever to be able to add this incredible machine to my personal collection. Then this is what you need to do. Your creative writing piece needs to be a minimum of 100 words. It needs to be creative and clever. Don't write something dry or you're not going to win probably a vote from Hans. You're not going to win a vote from Bill, and you're not going to win a vote from me. So write something fun, clever, creative, however you want to do it. It does not need to be based solely on facts. It can be a combination of fact and fiction. But I want you to incorporate the following facts into your creative piece. I want you to tell in your creative piece the fact that Allendale was no more as of 1883, when by a vote of 33-3, there was a decision to incorporate what is now Kissimmee, Florida. And then in addition to that, I want you to incorporate these facts into your creative piece, which can be a combination, again, of fact and fiction. But I want you to incorporate these facts, which is Kissimmee was first settled by former Confederate Major J.H. Allen, A-L-L-E-N, who was a riverboat captain, and his steamboat, the Mary Bell, was the first cargo steamboat on the Kissimmee River. And last but not least, I want you to incorporate into your creative writing piece, which again can be a combination of fact and fiction. I want you to incorporate your reaction or your feelings about the idea of winning this incredible 1885 12K by Singer in the fiddle bass and original bass that was born only 2 years after Kissimmee was incorporated back in 1883. I mean, that just blows my mind. Kissimmee is incorporated in 1883. 2 years later, in 1885, this 12K was born. Wow, that's cool. So make sure you cover those areas, write something creative, post it, and the last thing we have to decide is, when does this contest end? I'm actually going to my calendar real quick. Hold on a second. Going to my calendar. I want to give you guys a little bit of time to do this, but I don't want to give you too much time. Okay. So here's the deal. The contest starts as soon as you see this premiere. So as soon as you see this premiere, boom, the contest is ready to go. And again, you need to be a subscriber of this YouTube channel to qualify for the giveaway, okay? If you, I should mention this as well because it's going to come up as a question. If you live anywhere within the U.S., excluding Hawaii and Alaska, no offense, folks, then I will, as part of this contest, ship you this 1885 12K free of charge if you're the contest winner. I said it. If you win the contest and you live within the U.S., excluding Hawaii and Alaska, you could still win if you're in Hawaii and Alaska, but you'll have to share the cost of the shipping. And the same thing is true of our international friends. If someone that's international, let's say someone enters the contest and they're from the UK, which is where I purchased this machine, then you're going to have to share the cost of the shipping to get it to you wherever you're at internationally. I'll probably split the cost with you, but let's see what the cost is and then we can make a decision. And I'll, as I always am, I'll be more than fair with you. But again, you're going to be getting this 1885 12K by Singer free of charge if you're the winner. Again, the contest starts now. And the contest is going to end. Give me a second here. I just bumped the wrong button. The contest is going to end on August 7th, which is a Friday, at midnight. August 7th, 2020. August 7th, 2020 at midnight, the contest ends, which is going to give you right around 2.5 to 3 weeks to come up with something creative, incorporate all that I've indicated is required, get it posted, and then Bill and Hans and I will begin to review it. Again, I'm going to give Bill the lead on this. Bill is going to have the deciding vote. So Hans and I will, like in the last contest, will come up with our top 3. We'll give those top 3 to Bill, and then Bill will look at his top 3. But ultimately, I'm going to give that deciding vote to Bill because this is his hometown. Okay? So be real nice to Bill if you want to get a little bit of an edge with this gentleman from Kissimmee, Florida, because he is going to be the deciding vote. but I know that he'll have a great deal of respect for the recommendations that Hans and I bring to the table on our top 3 that we give to Bill as he deliberates who that final winner is going to be of this Singer 12K from 1885. Okay? Do I need to cover the facts just one more time just to make sure that we really have it down to a science? If I can find the facts, I'll give them to you. So again, if you want to enter yourself into this contest to win this Singer 12K hand crank from 1885, which is in an original bass, fiddle bass style, which are, I think they're one of the coolest designs that Singer ever made, then you need to first of all be a subscriber of this YouTube channel. Secondly, you need to write something that's creative and clever. It does not, however, need to be based just on facts. It can be based on fiction as well. But in your creative piece, you need to incorporate these following facts. The fact that Allendale, Florida, ceased to be Allendale when Kissimmee was incorporated in 1883 by a vote of 33-3. So again, 33 were in favor of the change from Allendale to Kissimmee. 3 said, nope, don't want it to happen. But obviously the yays prevailed. And then also incorporate these facts as well, because I think they're way cool, and you really can play around with them to come up with something clever and creative that again can be fictional. But Kissimmee was first settled by former Confederate Major J.H. Allen, A-L-L-E-N, who was a riverboat captain, and his steamboat, the Mary Bell, was the first cargo steamboat on the Kissimmee River. And then last but certainly not least, incorporate into your creative piece that has to be how many words minimum? 100 words minimum. Incorporate into your creative piece with all the other things I just mentioned how you would feel or how you feel about the prospect of winning this incredible 1885 Singer 12K that was born only, what was it? I just totally blanked. It was born only 2 years. It was born only 2 years after Kissimmee was officially incorporated in 1883. All right. I've driven that home, again, not to insult your intelligence, because you all are very, very smart. But just again to make sure that you're set up for success so you meet all the requirements of the contest. So the contest begins now. The contest ends on August 7th at midnight. August 7th again, unless I just totally messed up. August 7th is a Friday. So the contest ends August 7th at midnight. Again, obviously 2020, that's when we're doing this contest to celebrate 8,000 subscribers. And if you meet all those requirements, you could become the new owner of this incredible 1885 12K by Singer. So I wish you all the best. I think this is a real cool contest. And again, I had a number of people say to me, there's no way you're ever going to top the contest that you did at 7,000 subscribers. It was so much fun to do that Soloaholic thing, to write the creative pieces that we did. It was a blast. And then to have the prospect of winning that 201-2. I mean, we thought that was just the ultimate. I think this contest tops it. Don't you? I think it totally tops it. And now you have an opportunity to throw your hat into the ring. Make sure you meet all those requirements that I just tried to capstone again so that you're set up for success. And then get your entry posted. Get it posted before August 7th at midnight so that Bill and Hans and myself can make a decision, which again, the deciding vote is going to go with Bill because this is his neck of the woods. And this could become your newest machine in your collection. If you're not sitting down, you probably should be, because this is super cool, right, Dr. Singer? Even Dr. Singer is saying, man, I wish I could qualify for this contest. So I wish you again the best. God bless you. And again, remember, if you're watching this and you're not a subscriber and you want to get involved with this contest, you gotta subscribe so that you qualify, okay? You gotta subscribe for this on this YouTube channel. All right, take care. Good luck. Godspeed. And may the best person win this incredible giveaway for us hitting the milestone of 8,000 subscribers. Like I said, we're already at 8,400. I've got to come up with even a more incredible contest for when we hit 9,000, unless we skip that and wait for the huge milestone of 10,000 subscribers. But I doubt that we'll skip the 9,000 milestone, because I think every time we gain another 1,000 subscribers, that's worth celebrating. Don't you? Take care, folks. And again, the very best in your creative writing piece to try to win this incredible 1885 12K. All right. Take care.